This step-by-step video shows you how to fill out your Resolute Personal Finance spreadsheet to manage your finances efficiently. Begin by choosing a starting date. All calculations and projections are based on this date. Next, choose the starting day of your monthly cycle. Enter the day of the month only. This defines when each monthly tracking period begins. By default, many people use the first of the month, but you don't have to. You might choose a different day if your income arrives later in the month or if your bills are usually due around a specific date. For example, if you choose the 20th, your monthly cycle will run from the 20th of one month through the 19th of the next. The text below shows exactly how your cycle will be defined. Add your credit cards. Enter only the card name. Do not include credit card in the name, as this label is added automatically. For closing date and due date, enter only the day of the month. The closing date is the last day of the billing cycle. Purchases made after it go into the next statement. The due date is when the statement payment is due. If the card already had a balance on your chosen starting date, enter that amount as the starting balance. This represents existing debt before tracking began. Finally, enter the credit limit for the card. Add your checking and savings accounts. Enter only the account name. If the account already had a balance on your starting date, enter that amount as the rollover. This is the reference for all calculations going forward. All balances update automatically based on your transactions. Categories organize your transactions, power your budgets, and feed the summaries and dashboards throughout the spreadsheet. Customize them to match your real life. Once set, you'll simply select them when adding transactions. Debt payments do not require a category. Debts are managed separately, which we'll cover in a moment. The recurring sheet is where you define income and expenses that happen on a regular basis. Rent, subscriptions, utilities, salary. Instead of entering these every time, you define them once and let the spreadsheet handle the rest. For each entry, add a description, amount, frequency, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, bi-monthly, quarterly, semi-annual or annual, and the next due date, which must be after the starting date. Then select the account, choose a category, and mark whether it's an automatic payment. If the transaction is automatic, select the bank account it will be paid from. Automatic payments are tracked automatically and won't require manual action later. If the transaction is not automatic, these entries will appear in pending payments, reminding you to mark them as paid once you handle them manually. If a recurring amount changes and you don't want to affect historical totals, set an end date on the current entry and create a new one with the updated amount. If you need more rows, expand the existing group by clicking the plus button on the left. If you still need space, insert a new row directly above the last row of the section so formulas keep working correctly. Notice the debt section at the bottom if it is auto-filled from debt management. Budget method. This is optional. The spreadsheet works fully without it. Use the drop-down to pick a strategy. 50, 30, 20, zero-based, or pay yourself first. Then click the Active Method link to jump to its configuration. Only fill in the cells with the highlighted color. This method splits your income into 3 groups: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for the future. The percentages are fully editable, as long as the 3 add up to 100%. The group totals show your dollar target and how many categories are in each group. With zero-based budgeting, every dollar of income needs a job. For each category, choose whether to allocate a dollar amount or a percentage. The sheet shows your total allocated and the difference from income, so you can immediately see whether everything has been assigned correctly. The sheet shows your total allocated and the difference from income, so you can immediately see whether everything has been assigned correctly. In Pay Yourself First method, savings and obligations come out before anything else. Mark your essential categories, and the sheet pulls essential expenses and debt payments from recurring. You can add extra amounts on top. Based on that, the spreadsheet calculates your free-to-spend money automatically, so you can quickly see how much flexibility you have after covering the essentials. The transactions sheet is where one-time entries live: occasional expenses, income, and extra debt payments. Enter the date, account, amount, description, type, and category. Start typing to quickly find the category. For purchases paid in installments, use the installments column, and the spreadsheet spreads the amount for you. By default, the Today filter view is enabled, showing only today's entries to make daily entry faster. To review or edit older transactions, simply exit the view to see all records, and it's recommended to turn it back on for daily use. The transfer sheet records money moving between your own accounts, bank transfers, and credit card payments. Account balances are shown for reference. Enter the date, the account the money is coming from, the account it's going to, and the amount. To pay a credit card, choose the bank account the payment comes from and select the card being paid. You can enter the full statement amount or make a partial payment. Pending payments is automatically populated with recurring payments that are not marked as automatic. For each entry, select the account used to pay and check the paid box once it's done. By default, this view shows only payments not yet marked as paid. To see all entries, including paid ones, simply disable the view. Quick Entry is the fastest way to add entries, and it works on mobile too. Add a transaction with date, amount, type, category, account, an optional description, and installments, or add a transfer between accounts. Fill in one section, tick its Add checkbox, and the entry is saved to the matching tab automatically. The form clears itself for the next entry. The snapshot gives you a clear, real-time overview of your finances. Everything here is automatic, covering the current cycle. At the top, you see your active budget method and how you're tracking against it, targets, actuals, and status for each group. This section shows cards approaching their due date or still carrying a balance after it. Below, you can check whether your debt payments are up to date and whether you've made this cycle's planned savings deposits. Two sections show what's ahead: manual bills that haven't been confirmed in pending payments, and automatic bills with the account they'll be charged from, including whether the balance is sufficient to cover them. Finally, current balances for all accounts and credit cards. For cards, you'll also see the available limit and the days until the next statement closing. In the dashboard, choose the view period: current cycle, last cycle, this month, last 30 days, year to date, or a custom range, and a compare baseline, such as last month or the average of the last 3 or 6 months. For a custom range, just choose the start and end dates you want to analyze. The summary shows income, expenses, debts, savings, and net result versus your baseline. Below, expense and income breakdowns by category show exactly where the differences come from, plus your budget plan versus actual. Challenges turn a vague goal like spend less on takeout into a number you can track. Pick a category, set a baseline and a target percentage, choose the start and end dates, and the sheet uses your real transactions to tell you whether you're on pace or about to go over. At the top, you can see your active challenges, closest deadline, win rate, and total saved over time. When a challenge looks at risk and you want to know why, pick a category and a period to see every transaction behind the number, biggest first. Debt management is the only place you need to manage debts. Each debt's installments flow automatically into recurring and the rest of the system. One row per debt. Fill in the contract details: name, loan type, price, fixed, SAC, variable, or other. Original amount, APR, interest type, payment frequency, term, and first payment date. For variable debts, also enter the current balance. You can override the planned payment, Add a recurring extra amount per period. Select the account it's paid from and mark it as automatic. Everything from next due date onward, payments made, payoff dates, progress, is calculated automatically. The panel on the left shows total original debt, principal paid, remaining balance, interest paid and remaining, the monthly cash flow needed, and your estimated debt-free date. By default, the start date matches the spreadsheet starting date, but you can change it. Choose your strategy with the drop-down. Snowball organizes debts from smallest balance to largest, building momentum with quick wins. Avalanche sorts from highest APR to lowest, minimizing interest. The priority list below updates automatically so you know which debt to tackle next. This section is for debts not currently being paid. Enter the starting balance, APR, interest type, and the interest start date. The spreadsheet estimates the accrued interest and current balance. Keep in mind these are estimates only. Your lender may apply fees or rules not reflected here. In the Debt Schedule tab, pick any debt to see its full amortization from today forward, including extras. You can also plan lump sum payments with a date and amount to see how they change the payoff. To make an extra payment toward a debt, use the Transactions sheet. Enter the date and amount, select Extra Debt Payment as the type, and choose the debt as the category. The net worth tracker shows what you own minus what you owe, month by month. Cash, savings, and tracked debts are pulled in automatically. Fill the colored cells with your other assets and liabilities, like investments, retirement, real estate, and vehicles. Sinking funds is where you define savings goals. Your total saved comes automatically from the accounts marked as savings, plus any other savings you add manually. For each goal, enter a name, a target amount, and optionally a target date. Then choose how to split your savings. In percentage mode, assign a split percentage to each goal. The splits should add up to 100%. In priority cascade mode, your total saved fills the goals in priority order. The spreadsheet calculates the amount saved, remaining, months left, the monthly amount needed, and a status for each goal, and shows any unallocated amount so nothing falls through the cracks. Thank you for using this spreadsheet. I hope it helps you manage your finances with clarity and confidence. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out by email or on Etsy. You'll find the link to this spreadsheet's listing in the video description.